You are the most divine creature in the whole world. Good morning, my darlings, and welcome to a new day of Vlogmas. Today is going to be very much just doing loads of Christmas chores. Confession, I do still have a couple of Christmas gifts that I need to get, so I'm going to be doing some very last minute ordering. Aside from doing that, and one thing that I would really like to do is, I know I've left this so last minute, I'd really like to do a photo book for Charlie, and I'm hoping that he's not done this for me, but I really want to do a photo book of our progress in the house this year, because when I was editing the video of the coach house, I was looking back through old pictures, like pictures when we very first came to view this house back on January the 2nd, 2020. We took pictures when we very first came to view it for the first time. I've even got screenshots of when I first saw this house on Instagram. Yes, that's where we first saw the house. So yeah, I do want to put together a little bit of a photo book, and also for people that come over to visit, and for showing Charlie's grandparents, for example, because they're not on social media, so they don't get to see all of these snaps that that we share. So I thought that would be a fun thing for me to do this afternoon. I went on Snapfish, and I think there's like 10 hours left for guaranteed Christmas delivery at the time of filming. Other than that, I think we need to just do a little bit of cleaning, a little bit of tidying. As always, I mean, this house always needs cleaning and tidying, and there have been quite a lot of deliveries over the last couple of days that we've not had time to open. So the postal area looks the messiest I think it's ever looked. In fact, I had to climb over boxes to get to my camera charger, to get to my camera battery this morning. And another little task that I want to do is fill up my bedside table stackers. So you'll have seen in a recent vlog that I organised the jewellery in my dressing room, but the jewellery that I keep on my bedside table here is starting to look a little bit messy. So I want to organise this, and hopefully, yeah, that'll definitely fit in the drawer. This is my bedside drawer. So I'm going to put the beauty products down in the lower drawer, or maybe I'll do jewellery in the lower drawer, because all of this kind of stuff can go in my dressing table. So that is the plan for today. Might do some Christmas baking as well. I just want to get into the Christmas spirit and do lots of fun things like that. It was beautiful clear blue skies this morning, but a rain cloud has made its way over, although it looks like it's ending. It's currently pouring with rain, but sunny as well, so maybe I feel like there might be a rainbow today. It's that kind of day. Oh, in fact, I think there is. Can you see a very faint rainbow here? Charlie's about to cook some scrambled eggs, and then if it's not horrendous, we're going to go for a nice little walk, and then we are going to Soho Farmhouse for our dinner later on, because I think after all those bits and bobs we're doing today, we're not going to want to cook dinner, and I think when we get back we're going to watch some Christmas films, so it should be a really nice day. And my outfit of the day, I think I mentioned this before, I think I've hurt like this bone in my foot, because obviously all the floors in this house are so hard, and I've been wearing no shoes too much. Sorry, that's so boring. So basically that's why I'm wearing my little moon boots inside. I'm wearing my Amazon leggings. These are my favorite leggings at the moment because they are so high-waisted. When I was linking them, I didn't realise they are actually called tummy control leggings, and I'll try and find a US link because I know that so many of you were looking to get them in the US. So I'll try and find that and link it down below. And then this is my very cozy little cable knit pearl jumper, which is from H&M. Really like this. It's nice and soft, and the bulkiness of it really reminds me of the Isabel Marron jumpers that are on Farfetch and Net-a-Porter at the moment. So yeah, just a very nice, very typical me outfit of the day. And I've already been talking for 5 minutes and nothing's happened in this vlog so far, so let's go and have some breakfast and start the day.
Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the windows in the rain is pouring, it will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family. just coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this.
We are going to need such a pampering bath when we get back because it is so muddy on today's walk.
Hats where you get like a headache from wearing a hat. It's not even tight, but it's because I'm not used to wearing one.
Yeah, I used to get it when I would wear my hair in a ponytail as well.
I can't help but look at all of that and see potential. I don't mean like a big house, but like it just looks like it's not being used.
Could be the new Dalesford of the Cotswolds.
Oh, there is a
Yeah, the second Dalesford. Come on, Dickie.
Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the windows in
I've
the
got the
rain
Jackson
is
brakes on.
pouring. It will always
those
be
bloody little
Christmas in my heart. But this
Daddy, I have fun.
wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand you let me. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart.
Looks like Father Christmas is already here in the village. Can I see the muddy tomb?
Do you remember when we were in Captain Tom and we chased him around?
Yeah, because he was trying to stay with his girlfriend. Lexi is not letting Charlie pick him up to carry him over the sty. I've never seen him be like this before.
No! I'm gonna sheep herd him.
What is this? What's this?
Yeah.
Oh,
Got you.
that was so funny, Fleck Fleck. So the sun decides to come out just as we finish our walk, and I don't know why I've never really noticed it before, but we were just saying how funny it is that all of these windows on this side of the house are completely different. You've got diamond LED windows, rectangle LED windows, square LED windows, white Georgian window, stained glass window. Oh my goodness. It is a higgledy-piggledy old house. I reckon there is definitely a hidden cellar here. Why else would there be an arch? There's definitely a hidden cellar.
It looks brilliant, that guttering.
New guttering. Yep. That lavender's done well in that plant pot, in the watering can.
It has. Probably got good drainage.
Yeah.
But birds don't even need that. Let's go have a look at my bird feeder actually.
Goodness me, they've got a 3-course meal on this bird feeder.
No, but they're not eating it.
That's weird.
These are getting eaten, the fat balls, but the peanuts, they just don't eat the peanuts, look.
That's so strange, that looks so inviting.
All the Niger seeds, look.
Do you think it's because it's too exposed?
It's a bit too exposed, we might have to move it.
Yeah, it's a shame because it's really should be a lovely place for them.
It's a fine balance because obviously I want the bird feeders to keep the birds happy, but similarly we want to see the birds. So if we put it too far in there,
We'll never see them.
we'll never see them. I can see this from my office. That's why I put it there. It's
Lovely.
a shame, isn't it? This is a perfect example, by the way, of why you should trim the trees as they grow.
Oh wow,
As soon as that happens,
that is
you've
gnarly.
got problems. I mean, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Dicky.
And look, it's quite interesting because I reckon, well, these are definitely self-seeded. Those trees have not been planted. There's holly here.
Oh, the garden looks very bare.
Yeah.
And the pond looks awful. Oh dear. Hmm. Right, we've got some doggies to wash. Okay, would you like to bring in the muddy doggies?
Not too hot, is it?
Oh! Time for a very muddy puppy bath. smells mud. We are back from our walk, the dogs have been bathed, and we are trying out a hot chocolate with these little chocolate pellets. Now tasty. And these are from Blake's Kitchen, which is the deli at Soho Farmhouse. We've got some Heston mince pies from Waitrose going in the Aga. And then we're going to light the fire in the drawing room and do a little bit more Christmas present wrapping. Mince pie polished off. I have to say, I'm not mad on the Heston mince pies. I think there are definitely better ones out there. Oh, you two! And while we still have some daylight, I wanted to show you our collection of sausage dog Christmas cards. I am very impressed with all our friends this year for the variety of Christmas cards and different Christmas cards with sausage dogs on. I thought I would show you some of them. This one is from Hannah and Cal, Happy Christmas, with a little festive sausage dog. Then we've got this one, To Both of You at Christmas, with two. I like their little antlers on this one. This one is from Ben and Robin and Bilbo and Maple. And then we've got, let's see, over here, I like this jumper. Merry Christmas, from Charlie's mum, dad and sister. Blitzen, Dasher, Dancer, Rudolph, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donna, and of course Rudolph from Skazwan, from Bunny, Charlie's sister. And then we've got With Love, Jasmine, Simon, Lexi and Piper. That must be their doggies. Holly Jolly Christmas. That's really cute. From Kat. And then we have got another one with a festive attire. Kathy and Sarah Jane. Cute! And these are just the sausage dog ones. All inspired by you, Dexy. Gosh, you're so soft after your blow dry.
I really love Kiehl's.
Yes.
Hashtag not enough.
Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag should be the face of Kiehl's.
Ambassador for Kiehl's.
Look, he's so...
Dickens should be a dog ambassador.
For Primark.
For Primark.
Yes. Look at these world's neatest, softest, smelliest little pods. I love them.
That's cheeky. This is bad.
If anyone wanted to know what the most perfect dog paw looks like, it's this. Like a tiger. You're like a tiger, Dag Dag. I love you. People often ask us who the favourite parent is out of Charlie and I. Well,
Yeah.
Charlie's sat all by his lonesome over there. And meanwhile,
I went for a new technique.
Meanwhile, I've got 2 sausages crammed on my chair with me. Oh, you did something different with the fire, did you?
Well, basically, we ordered some other kindling, and it's really thin, splintery bits, which is a bit disappointing, so you can't make a Jenga stack.
Right.
So I just stuck a load in there, and that shit works really well.
Oh.
I mean, we've used a lot more though, so it's nowhere near as efficient.
So I've got a really boring but also really silly question that I hope somebody here might be able to answer for me. Both our washing machine and our dishwasher have got eco settings. So that would make you think, okay, something that uses less energy or uses less water. But both on this and on our dishwasher in the kitchen, the eco setting is the longest setting. So for example, I've just put the drum, I've just set it off on an eco drum clean because we washed the dog's harnesses and the dog's towels in here. So I thought I would set it off on a cleaning mode, thinking it'd be like a 5-minute quick whiz, and it's a 2.5 hour cycle. And equally, when we put the dishwasher on in the kitchen, the eco setting is 3 hours, whereas other settings are like 45 minutes. So there must be some logic to it, but I just can't figure it out. So if anyone knows why the eco settings are the longest, please let me know, because I genuinely just want to know the answer. And I'm sorry, that is so boring. In other news, Dexy's taken himself to bed already. I can't remember if I showed you already. I don't think I did. This lovely little seating area that we've made temporarily. So these are the chairs which will eventually go up in the cinema snug Peloton room. But we thought for now, let's just leave them down here. I think they look pretty good in the entrance hall. It'd be nice for anyone coming in to take their shoes off. We've popped some flowers on the marble table. It's just temporary, but I think it looks really nice there. Okay, it's looking a little bit messy in here, but I have just been doing a little bit of unboxing. This so kind and generous delivery arrived from the girls at Peony and Mulberry. They are so lovely. It was actually started by one of my followers. I featured Peony and Mulberry in my small business gift guide. They have just started doing, oh my goodness, that is so soft, the most heavenly, beautiful slippers. I think sadly we're too late for these for Christmas delivery, I'm pretty sure. But for a little bit of self-care, treating yourself in the new year, what a lovely idea. And also these gorgeous cashmere socks, and I love the Fair Isle print on these. Well, it's not really a print, Fair Isle detail on these. I love cashmere socks, oh my goodness, so lovely. That was very kind from the Peony and Mulberry girls. But what they also sent as a little Christmas gift for Charlie and I is this box, or these boxes, filled with the most delicious, oh my goodness, I think it's Indian cuisine. Please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is all Indian cuisine. We actually tried some of these little balls when we had the veggie Indian takeaway a couple of weeks ago. You basically create like a little crack in the top and then fill it with all kinds of yummy things. Imli pani. Oh, this is actually making my mouth water. Oh my goodness. Tamarind mix for pani pani. Oh, and this is the pani pani. Okay. Oh my gosh. So spoiled. Thank you so much. They have sent... Oh. Doesn't look like there's fried chops in here. Surely that's got to be a seasoning? Not sure. Spice garnish for chickpeas. I bet that is scrumptious. Mix for Punjab style meat pilaf. I think pilaf is rice. Yeah, I'm guessing it is because it's rice in the picture. That sounds mouth-wateringly good. Biryani. I bloomin' love biryani. It is so tasty. One of my favourite flavours in the world, I think, actually. Yum. What's this? Sweet chili, mango chutney, and tamarind. Oh my gosh. Charlie and I love these kind of flavors. So that is such a lovely treat. Thank you so much to the girls. I'll go up and do a try on for you in a second, but I also have received an order from And Other Stories. This was very kindly sent by the brand, and I chose these lovely little earrings. I thought they were a really nice, affordable pair of pearl earrings. You see designs like this which are so much more expensive, but I thought they were really lovely. And then some gorgeous neutral coloured knitwear, which of course is exactly what I'm living in at the moment. So I'll take those bits up and try them on for you in a second. What else do we have that's just arrived? So this came from the decor team, and they said that your mother or mother-in-law might like this set, and I know that Lila loves decor products. We both absolutely love anything with essential oils and gorgeous fragrances, so I'm going to pop that in Lila's stocking. This is actually a wreath set. Blooms in a box, but I have been taking bits, because we have got a wreath on both doors now. I've been taking bits from this set and using it for decorations. So we've got some dried bits left in here, like little, I don't know what they're called actually, little plumes. We've got some ribbons, we've got some dried eucalyptus, a lovely burlap bow that might go quite nicely on the tree in the entrance hall actually. But I thought with the bits that I haven't used for decorations, I could use these little bits for wrapping. So if I do a really nice kind of brown paper wrapping, I think gifts always look really nice when they've got some more natural elements in them. Okay, obviously that's just a very half-hearted attempt, but just having a couple of natural elements with plain paper and a nice ribbon is a much more sustainable and, in my opinion, pretty way of doing gift wrapping. So that's why I've got this box out here on the table. This was also very kindly sent to us by a local company, and I've popped in some Quality Street. I absolutely love, and these were sent to us, I think, as like a customer Christmas mailer from Amtico Flooring. My favourites are the strawberry cream and the orange cream, but I don't actually know. Oh, is that the orange cream? No, it's too thin. I think that's caramel. Let me know your favourite Christmas chocolate down in the comments section. Quality Street is my second favourite, but my number one is Roses. The orange cream and the strawberry creams are my absolute favourite. So yeah, I've got some bits out here to do a little bit more wrapping. I've also got this bag of dried foliage and little bits and bobs like pine cones that I'll be using for wrapping. I've saved some gift sets from the likes of Cordaly, Liz Earle, for our cleaner and other people that have been, you know, working for us here at the house over the last few months. Okay, I've just popped upstairs to try on the And Other Stories bits. Excuse my lack of makeup, I think it all blew off while we did the dog walk. So this is the first top. I just ordered 3 knitwear pieces in light colours because that's what I live in these days, alongside leggings. And this one is a very kind of sporty, this reminds me of like a really sporty mum on the school run kind of knit piece. I really like the low v-neck. That's what gives it a real sporty vibe for me. And then it's got this wide collar detail. Other than that, just a really plain top. I like where it's cropped. I think if you do have a really nice high-waisted pair of leggings like this, it's just a really nice, gonna say it again, sporty but casual and quite an elegant outfit for working from home. Obviously that's just going to continue for the foreseeable, so I think we're all looking for comfy but nice and quite chic things to wear while working from home. It would be lovely with a nice necklace, but I'm not going to lie, as soon as I've made myself a, you guessed it, mac and cheese in a second, I think Charlie and I are going to come up to bed, even though it's currently only 6, so we'll probably get into bed at around 7:30 and watch some Christmas films, so I'm not going to pop a load of jewellery on now. This next one is amazing. I love anything that's comfy, but that also is just a little bit different, shows off your personality and your style a little bit more. So this is just the loveliest, softest knit. We all know how I feel about And Other Stories knitwear. I feel like their price versus their quality is just amazing. So this is essentially a plain white cardigan, but as you can see and hear, it is covered in a mixture of big pearl embellishments. I just love this. Something a little bit more fun and jolly than your average knit. I guess if you're going to be sat at a desk in a proper office chair, it's not going to be the most comfortable. Definitely would not be comfortable for driving because it does have the pearls on the back. But if, like me, you pretty much just work on the sofa, then another really nice one. I guess, do you know what? You might still be able to order this if you order it on next day delivery, but even if you order it today, not on next day delivery, you can wear this as one of those nice things for that strange time between Christmas and New Year. when you are lounging around the house. I think this is really nice. And then this is just one of those items that you just can't go wrong with. It's essentially, oh, it needs steaming. It's essentially a t-shirt, but made out of like a woolly material. I have a feeling it's alpaca. Let's see if I can find the tag. Yeah, 52% alpaca. So if you're really, really, really sensitive, this does have the tiniest bit of itch to it, but I am quite sensitive, and I can feel that it's there, but it's not uncomfortable in the slightest. Once again, just something nice for wearing when working from home. If, like me, you have some rooms in your house which are actually quite warm, anywhere where there's a stove, it's pretty darn warm, but you still want to be wearing some nice cozy material, and just a normal t-shirt doesn't quite feel cozy enough, then this is perfect. I'm going to leave this on for the rest of the evening while I have a raid of the fridge. Now that the new restrictions have been announced, obviously we can't do what we were going to do for Christmas. So we have got a lot of food in the house that we had purchased with our fairly grand Christmas plans. In case you don't know how the UK rules have changed, basically, luckily we don't live in London anymore because they're pretty much on total lockdown again. But instead of having your family over for like 4 or 5 days over Christmas, you can now only have them with you for 1 day over Christmas, obviously Christmas Day. But Charlie and I have bought in so much food because we were planning on hosting everyone over the whole time, but now we're not. So we've got a lot of food to get through, hence why we've been eating mince pies like they're going out of date, and we have got so much cheese in the house. I'm not going to complain, but yeah, I'm going to make myself a really heavy, super cheesy mac and cheese. Oh dear, darling, do you want to tell everyone what I've just done?
So, we got sent this a couple of days ago. You've only just unboxed it because you've been quite busy, and you decided to water it because you were worried that it had been in a box for a few days, which to be fair I would have done, but it's fake, it's not real. So there's water in here, and actually weirdly, because you've watered it, it now makes it look even more real.
That's so funny.
But it's entirely artificial.
Right.
Which, actually, I've got a bit of a vendetta against artificial plants.
Why?
However, well, firstly because of when you put plants in the house, they do so much for the
air quality.
Yeah, and also visually, and artificial don't normally meet that level. However,
the fact that I watered it.
No, for a poinsettia, this looks so real. And
it does.
Poinsettias are notoriously difficult to keep alive.
Yeah, and poisonous to dogs apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
No,
Well,
right.
but I googled it because somebody said that, and it's like the most mildly toxic thing ever.
Truthfully, I reckon if you researched it, pretty much every plant is bloody bad for dogs if they eat it.
Speaking of things that are bad for you when you eat it, but I don't care. I am gonna make, nice segue. I am about to make a festive mac and cheese. Yes, you heard that right. I am altering my usual iconic mac and cheese recipe, and I'm making it festive. Thank you for that nose blowing sound effect in the background, Charlie Irons. So let me explain. I'm sure you may know by now. I'm sure you probably know off by heart by now my typical mac and cheese recipe, but just in case you don't, super duper quickly, on a low heat I melt some butter, I add some plain flour, I turn it into a paste with preferably whole milk, but Charlie needs that for a recipe, so I'm going to be using semi-skimmed, not the end of the world.
Well, no, is there 2 whole milks in there?
Yeah, it doesn't matter though.
No, actually this one, use this one.
Oh, okay.
I think this, when does this go out of date as well?
Cheers, mate.
21st of December. So
okay.
Isn't that today or tomorrow?
Oh, it's tomorrow. So after I've made the paste with the butter and the flour, slowly adding in milk, and you really have to keep stirring it so that it doesn't get too lumpy. Keep adding the milk until it's a really nice consistency. At that point you can actually take it off the heat, but to be honest, because this second agar is quite low heat, I normally just leave it on and just keep on stirring it. And then at that point, when your sauce is a little bit runnier than you would like it to be on your mac and cheese, that's when you add your grated cheese, and I usually use cheddar and parmesan, leaving a little bit of extra parmesan at the top, sprinkling over the top of your pasta, which goes in a pan of fairly well salted water. And my favourite pasta to use is rigatoni, because it's just so wonderful when you get a tube full of cheesy goodness. So that's my usual recipe. to make it more festive, I've started using Castello. So this is a brand that Charlie worked with on his Instagram, and their cheeses are just scrumptious. So I'm going to be using their vintage Devonshire, excuse me, cheddar. And this is their mature Devonshire. I'll just add a little bit of that. Charlie's making himself cheese on toast.
I'm going to have to talk everyone through the ultimate cheese toasty.
Okay.
Because I have managed to master it, and it's a fine art.
Okay, you've got that to look forward to. And then to make it a little bit different and a little bit festive, I'm also adding some red Leicester. This is from our local butchers, Paddock Farm. So it's a nice local red Leicester. I'm also, and I do this in my normal mac and cheese as well, adding in a spoonful of Dijon mustard. So this is when it starts to get really festive.
Here's an idea. Why not use some cranberry sauce?
I'm one step ahead of you, darling. I'm one step ahead of you.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. So I didn't want to use up actual cranberry sauce because I didn't think we had enough. Do we?
I think we probably do, yeah.
Okay, well I will take you up on that offer then, darling. So, a really fabulous mac and cheese, and I would normally do this if I have some bread that's a little bit stale. It has to be a little bit stale in order for it to get super crumbly, otherwise it just kind of lumps all together. I'll pop that in the Thermomix with some dried cranberries, and this will be the most wonderful crummy cranberry-ish topping, and some ground nutmeg. I think that is going to be absolutely scrumptious. As Charlie said, I can pop some cranberry sauce in with the mac and cheese as well. I think it is going to be my best one ever. So I'm going to whiz through my cheese sauce making.
Another thing to make the cheese sauce, sorry to interrupt, another thing to make the cheese sauce festive, but to be honest, I added cheese sauce every time now, it's a bay leaf.
A bay leaf?
Yeah.
We got any left over?
If you asked me, like, what does a bay leaf add in flavour, I wouldn't be able to tell you. However, every recipe, good recipe I watch, particularly Jamie Oliver, he gets through bay leaves like there's no tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you just stick it in when you're making the white sauce.
Seeing as you have watched me make my basic cheese sauce a million times before, I'm gonna... Oh, you've got a snazzy glove.
Yeah, so this basically is to stop you, because this microplane is super sharp, and I lose the ends of my fingers all the time when I'm grating.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, well look, there's a bit of finger missing there. So I decided to get one of these, which basically, obviously you could still grate through that, but it just is an extra added bit of protection.
Is that what the Knights in Shining Armour used to wear?
Probably. I just saw it on the website when I got this microplane, and I thought, well, I think it was about £5. I was like, to be honest, that is a great idea.
It's a good little stocking filler, isn't it?
Yeah, and so I wouldn't normally grate cheese with a microplane because it takes a lot longer. But for cheese toasty, proper cheese toasty, not cheese on toast, cheese toasty.
Right.
You want the cheese to be as fine as possible. Look at that, it's like silky.
Yeah.
And that, because what's going to happen is the cheese is just going to be mostly done in a frying pan.
Right.
You can finish it in the oven if you want. So you want the cheese to melt quickly.
Yes.
If you had a normal cheese grater with this, you might find the cheese takes a lot longer to melt.
Okay.
In the meantime, the bread has got too charred, because we're going to do this in a frying pan.
Ah. And you're adding cranberry sauce to your cheese toast
you know what? Obviously you could do this with brie and cranberry. I mean, you wouldn't grate the brie, obviously, you just slice it up, but I just thought I'd stick some cranberry in.
What happened when there was an explosion in the cheese factory?
There was debris everywhere. Yeah.
Correct. Okay, so we have got my rigatoni here, which is al dente, so it's still got a little bit of a crunch in the middle of the pasta, which I love. As you may have seen, I just tested a little bit of the sauce to make sure it was wonderful, and it was. So now I'm taking the sauce off the heat, pouring it over. Nice and smooth. I didn't mention in the ingredients, but obviously I've seasoned this with salt and pepper as well. Probably could have made a little bit more sauce actually. This pan is bigger than my usual. I do like a lot of sauce on my mac and cheese, so because it's not quite swimming in it, I'm gonna... Should I leave the bay leaf in while it goes in the oven?
No, you should take the bay leaf out.
Take it out, okay. I'm going to sprinkle a bit more cheese on top. Sprinkling a little bit more cheese on top because the cheesier, the better. Next, I am popping on I put these through the Thermomix, so we've got breadcrumbs and cranberries. And these will toast amazingly well in the Arga and go nice and crispy. And then I'm popping on a little bit of ground nutmeg just for an extra festive flavour.
Thing is, you say festive flavour and you're right, but I would add nutmeg and baby every time.
Yeah, I often do with the nutmeg actually. Yeah. Okay, so that is my festive mac and cheese. I wish I'd done a little bit more sauce, but you live and you learn. So that's going to go in the Arga for about 10 minutes while I do all the washing up. That is another thing that I love about mac and cheese. While it's in the Arga, you can do all the washing up. So when you are lying on the sofa afterwards, feeling very full, you don't have to do any washing up, apart from the bowl. Okay, so here is a Charlie Irons festive cheese toasty.
Could have possibly gone in for a tiny bit longer.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, the problem was I put it on too high a heat. No, this isn't a good one to feature, mate.
No.
I'm going to eat them, but they're not as... Yeah, you do it right all the time. I mean, it's pretty good, but it's...
Yeah, not bad, darling. Well, it smells bloomin' divine. Lightly toasted in the Arga. I should have done double the sauce because, as I said, I do like it to be a lot more saucy than this. And if I had a bit more patience, I would have left it in the Arga for 5 minutes longer, but I am absolutely ravenous, so I'm going to enjoy this in front of the TV. We're going to watch an episode of Downton Abbey before heading up to bed to watch some Christmas films.